We want to create wines that are rich, dense, complex, layered, but also approachable. I think the consumer, should expect that when they buy a bottle of wine from us, that it's going to be delicious from day one. Also, they should know that they can comfortably age our Cabernets for 10 or more years, and the wine's still going to have enough structure and backbone, really coming from the amount of tannin, to age gracefully for more than 10 years. Ultimately, tannin and color will fall out, and you'll often see that in an older bottle of wine, the sediment. There's a lot of tannin, there's a lot of pigment in there as well. But that process takes some time, and during that course, over I would say the first 2 to 3 years, our wines are going to go through a very slow process where they start to evolve. You might see slight differences in aromas, the bottle bouquet. That really comes on later. But generally speaking, you're going to see an evolution of softening. So you're going to start in bottle at a very high level of tannin, and it's slowly going to dissipate. And in time, if you wait long enough, not that the wine will be completely void of tannin, but a lot of it will come out of the wine and be deposited in the sediments. And the perception that gives is a wine that's softer, that's rounder, that's, people talk about Bordeaux's needing that time in bottle because they want them to be approachable. But I don't want to confuse people. Our wines are approachable day one. I actually find that post-fermentation, the day that we go down to barrel with our wines, they need to be approachable then. If that isn't the case, then I personally think that we haven't fully ripened the tannins in the vineyard, and we didn't do exactly the right thing in the winery to get to that point of balance. Oftentimes, if you're having to wait several years for your tannins to become approachable, you're doing it often at the expense of fruit expression. So the longer the wine is in bottle, the less fruit it's ultimately going to have. That relationship from time in bottle, the amount of fruit forwardness that you have, is going to be in a constant state of decline. So the earlier you can drink your wine, the more fruit you're going to have. And we do a lot of things in the vineyard, and especially in the winery, to preserve that fruit as well. I think that the expectations for our wines from me and the winemaking team and from consumers is that they're approachable in terms of richness and extract and tannin, but also they're going to be abundant in fruit character.